Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with a review for The Chi Season 4. Is it Season 4? I guess it's Season 4. Episode 10, which is the finale. Whatever it is, you guys, it's it. And it is a fucking wrap. I am so done. I'm not reviewing this show anymore. I know you guys always think that when I say this and then I come back and review it, but usually when I come back and review something, it's when I say, we'll see. But I'm giving you guys the definitive, I am through with this show. I see that they got renewed for season 5. So good for them. I'm happy for Lena. I'm hoping that she can turn it around and make it happen, you know. They've got some directions in this story that they could really do well with, but they had it this season and they didn't, to me. So even though I wish Lena well, yeah, this is where I get off, okay? Ding, ding. I'm done. This episode just was the nail in the coffin for me. Anyway, you guys, the review, let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so the show opens up with Shad. Shad goes and picks up Trig from the scene of the crime, okay? And, you know, Shad is always gonna have Trig's back. He's always gonna have his back. That's his boy. Now, we had Shad pegged out wrong. I'm going to keep saying Shad and Shad. It's going to keep changing throughout the video, so y'all just get used to that. Because my mind can't figure out what the nigga name is right now. It's Rashad, so maybe it is Shad. So all this time we thought Shad was going to do something to Imani. Okay, they set it up like he was about to be like, you know, threatening to her, but Trig takes him home and actually he apologizes to Imani. She ain't really trying to hear his apology. She was just like, you an asshole. You know, you just thought you were better than me, didn't you? And he was just sort of like, yeah, I mean, I did, but damn, I'm apologizing. Do you forgive me? Okay, and she was just like, no. But you can tell that she does appreciate the fact that, you know, he came as a man and did apologize to her face to face. So it is baby steps. We moving in the right direction. So that was unexpected. Meanwhile, we see Jake. Jake is stressed out with Gemma. He ain't even trying to have sex with the girl. That's how you know that the boy is stressed out. The next morning when she wakes up, she realizes like, oh my God, I gotta go. Yeah, it was amazing, but she's gotta go. Her father's gonna kill her. Okay, I was just like, don't worry about your father right now, girl. And Jake was just like, you know what? You're already in trouble. You might as well stay here and have breakfast with us and everything. And she was just like, okay. Just kills me how these kids just, I mean, I would be stressed the hell out if I knew that I was supposed to be home, you know, and it's morning time, the sun is up and I'm still up. Please. Grown ass kids, like I keep telling you. Jake and Gemma, this is how you know you got young, you know, parents, Imani and Trig. They come out the room and they was just like, oh, look at you. How was your night? You know, you was fine, right? And Gemma was like, he was the perfect gentleman. Trig was like, he better been. All right, but Trig got the bubble guts and Jake got the bubble guts and everything. You know, she gonna sit down and have breakfast with them, but then she overhears the TV that's playing, the news play that her father, Marcus, had been attacked and that, you know, he was in critical condition at the hospital. So, of course, now she's just sort of like, oh, my God. So now they got to rush her to the hospital to check on her daddy. And they're jumping over to Duda. We see Duda. And he's all, you know, I'm my own man, you know, I'm the king kind of stance. You know how he gonna be. Now, he's going to have a press conference. I'm thinking that the press conference is going to be about the fact that somebody in his staff, Marcus, was attacked. And maybe you would need to put out the word that, you know, we're going to do everything we can to make sure that we find the person. But I don't know, that's not exactly what this press conference is about. Evidently, the people that was there thought that's what it's about too. Because when he gets started, he was like, well, you guys said I couldn't do it, but I did it. Well, it's like, nigga, what are you talking about? All right, can you tell us if Marcus is gonna be okay? You know, when one of the reporters asked him, he was just like, you know, with no patience, like, you know, I'm hoping that, you know, we find the person that did this. You know, we're working on that. But getting back to why we here, he was able to get the legislation so that, you know, they ain't got to deal with the police no more. And they're gonna have Tracy and Trig run the city. So, you know, he's like, you know, I'm going to bring up Tracy. You know, Tracy comes up there and she was just like, we don't need the police. We need protection from the police in Chicago, child. Lena, this is the shit this is why I said I'm over this shit. Anyway, they just letting Duda just be the head nigga on campus. And I just honestly don't understand. Okay, ain't nobody tried to rein this Negro back in. So, after they finish they press conference, Trig is there as well. And Trig walk up to him, and, while he's still, shaking the constituents' hands, he says to Trig under his breath, he said, "You better hope that motherfucker die." And then Trig says, "I'm hoping actually that he lives." Okay, I'm thinking to myself, Duda, you better hope that motherfucker die, because he gonna remember who did this to him. See, nobody seems to be thinking about this. If the man survives, don't you believe that he probably will say, Duda did this to me, or Otis Perry did this to me? Okay, but yeah, that ain't seem to enter nobody's mind. Him and Tracy go back to headquarters, the church. You got Deacon Jones and his wife that's running the drug unit. Shit. They go to headquarters. As soon as they walk in, everybody is clapping for it. Like, oh, you guys did it. Tracy was like, we couldn't have done it without you guys. We're going to have a party, a party for everybody to celebrate. You guys make sure that you invite everybody so they can come and get some food and free drinks and, some music. But remember, the reason why we're having them there is so that they can volunteer. Okay, that's always the first order of business. Just a regular old Joe Blow off the street with no training. We just gonna have them run the city, child. I'm telling you, I'm gonna keep on bringing home how stupid this is. Oh, and this is actually where Trig was. Trig wasn't at the press conference, you guys. He was here. And this is where he tells him he helped the motherfucker die and the motherfucker live and all of this stuff, okay? So she goes home with Duda, and they're gonna have dinner, and she's sitting there. It's always real dark around them, and they're having dinner, and she was just like, just tell me the truth, okay? Do you have anything to do with the fact that Marcus is in the hospital? And when he's about to say something, she was like, I ain't in the mood to be charmed. Don't lie to me, okay? Just tell me the truth. The truth is not in this man's vocabulary. So, he was like, no, Tracy, I don't have anything to do with that. And if we're going to do this, you're going to have to learn to trust me. She was just like, I know, I'm sorry. She's trying to learn to trust him. And, because she don't know when it happened, but I think I'm falling in love with you. And he was like, what'd you say? I think I'm falling in love with you. And he just gets up and he walks around to her all smooth. And he was like, you think? I was like, now what we gonna do with Rosalind? Y'all told me the bitch name ain't Rosalind. Okay, Rosalind, what we gonna do with Rosalind? I mean, she still is the wife, Tracy. Are you thinking this whole thing through? Now, jumping over to the hospital. Gemma's rushed to the hospital and she's a wreck, obviously. This is all she has is her father, and he's beaten to a pulp in the hospital. So, she don't know what she's gonna do. She's scared. She's telling Jake all of this. And, what is she gonna do without her father? She goes up to Trig and she just hugs him, and Trig is trying to console her, telling her that her father is stronger than she thinks. Don't worry about it, like he's gonna be okay. But fact of the matter is, nobody really knows. I mean, he got the hell beat out of him. If he got hit in the face all that many times with that damn cane, he really should be dead. But this is a TV show, so she was just like, you know what? Okay, the light bulb goes off in her head like ding, ding. My dad got cameras all over that house. I know them cameras should have picked up something. I'm thinking to myself, this is the next problem I got with this episode. Do we not think that the police would have been all over them fucking cameras? Okay? It ain't even covert. The candles was set up in the house and you was able to see them clearly. Nobody in the police force thought, well, first of all, who was the police that came? Okay, maybe that might be the reason. We ain't had no police. We just had the ambulance. Okay, but nobody thought to go and get the damn footage off of the camera. So that's stupid. Okay, that a 15, 16-year-old girl has to have the mindset to go and say, let me check the cameras and see who attacked my father. So stupid. So now, of course, we know that Jake is definitely nervous, okay, because he knows what's on them cameras. So they go back to the house. She's determined. Like, she goes straight to the camera room and she's looking up on the screens and whatever. And Jake was like, wait a minute. Before you look at the cameras, let me tell you what happened. Okay. So he tells her, when he went back to get the bag, he went in there and he saw her father on the floor. Trig was trying to help him and looked like Duda had beat him up with this cane. And she was just like, what? Why is it that you're just telling me this? And he was like, well, he didn't know what to do. And she was just like, but if you would have said something, I would have been able to go in there and maybe could help him. Okay, even though you wasn't going to be able to help him. And who knows what Duda I would have done at that point, because the nigga's crazy. Okay, he might have tried to attack her or something. So, you know, Jake was just like, yeah, I didn't know what to do. That's why I didn't say anything. So she's sort of mad at him for not saying anything. Jake doesn't want her to tell anybody because, of course, if this gets back that Trig was involved in any kind of way, he gonna go back to jail. So it's messed up for everybody, because obviously she wants to say something, but then she also doesn't want to get the man that she loves brother put back in jail. So everybody I'd have been like, fuck your brother. I can't even be sure that nigga didn't do nothing. Let me look at this coverage first, and then we'll go from there. Back at the house, Trig and Shad are there, and they playing cards. Now, actually, I like this scene. Okay, it's funny because the Shy has a bunch of, they have a bunch of good scenes within a dumb show, you know? Like, there's always one or two good scenes where you just be like, they did that scene very well. And I think this is one of those scenes that I actually was touched by. So anyway, Shad and Trig are talking, and you know how it is, they playing cards, you know, they was just shit talking. Shad is talking about one of their friends, Mildred, I think his name was, you know, who owed him money. You know, he needed his money back from him. You know, he got his money from him before he went to jail. You know, now he need to look up Mildred and get his damn money back. Okay, where that fool at anyway? And Trig was like, oh man, you didn't know? You know, he was hit in a hit and run. He's dead. He's gone. And it was just a little glimpse into how life goes on when you go to prison. And shit happens when you're in prison and you miss all of it. Okay, so this is what happened with Shad. You know, he was just like, what? You know, he's gone? All right, now it goes from Mildred need to give me my damn money back to, you know what, Mildred was always the one that had my back. And, you know, when we was younger, we was going to go rob the ice cream truck. And then, you know, I was really trying to get to that truck. And then Mildred was like, no, you ain't got to do that. You know, I'm going to help you. I'm going to give you some money. And he was like, you know, he was the first one that really just did something for me and didn't want anything back in return. So, you know, he just feeling some kind of way emotional about it, you know, that his friends is gone. You know, he was in jail. He didn't even get, you know, even the opportunity to go to a funeral or nothing like that. So, you know, it was kind of touching. But nigga, just because I'm emotional, don't think that I still won't whoop your ass in these cards, okay? Don't let the tears fool you. So it was a cute little scene. Anyway, or touching scene, I should say. Anyway, Jake comes home, and Jake got this look on his face. And, you know, Trig look up at him and Shad look up at him, and Jake tells Trig that, you know, he told Gemma what happened. And Shad was like, what? This nigga a snitch? He was pissed. He got up like, fool, what the fuck wrong with you going and telling people business? Trig was just like, will you go sit down? Nigga, I ain't no dog. He was like, go sit the fuck down, okay? So Trig goes up to Jake, and he was just like, you did the right thing, okay? I'm not mad at you. All right, so Jake is feeling bad because he was like, I don't want you to have to go back to jail. And Trig was like, look, I'm old news. You the future. And I was like, Jake the future, Lord have mercy. And I just want to make sure that you always do the right thing and, you know, all that. So Trig is really trying to be the right person for Jake. It's just the whole circumstances are just jacked up. But Shad tells him, like, you gonna go back to jail. If anything gets out, you gonna go to jail. Jake was like, she was gonna know anyway because it's all on video camera. You better be glad that they ain't got no damn police that went and pulled the damn video camera. It might be the one plus, the one positive in all of this stupidity. What do we do now? Well, we gonna lay low, okay? We gonna lay real low. I said, somebody better go and destroy them damn cameras is what the hell you need to do, all right? But then there's a knock at the door, and who should it be but Gemma? And, you know, Jake and Trig, they looking at Gemma like, oh, Lord, what you want? Okay, Trig was like, you here to, like, blackmail me? You gonna do something? And she was just like, no, I'm here to talk to you about the video. I have it all on video, but I can't bring myself to watch it, you know. But you don't have to worry about it because they said that my dad is going to survive. Okay, so now she's gonna give the zip drive footage to Trig for him to do whatever he wants to do with it. That way nobody else will see it. And I'm thinking to myself, it's still dumb because your dad know. I mean, whatever, you guys. So anyway, she gives him the zip drive, okay? And now she's on her way back up to the hospital. So Jake was like, can I go with her? You know, and Trig said, yeah, you can go. So they go on to the hospital, and Trig run into the house. You know, he put the damn zip drive into the computer, and he looks at the footage, and sure enough, we see very clearly that Duda beat the hell out of Marcus, and that's the reason why he's in the hospital. Now, this is when it really gets silly, you guys. But it actually also gave me like a kind of a little giggle moment. So it was a mixture of the two. So now Trig knows he got this information. So he goes over to Duda's house. He was like, hey, Playboy, we need to talk. And then Duda was like, who the hell you think you are coming over here talking to me like this? He was just like, hey, you know what? It looked like Gemma saw the footage, you know, the camera footage of you attacking her father. And he was like, so what? I'll go talk to Gemma. Okay, what do talk mean? Okay, nigga, why you talking to this 15, 16-year-old girl? See, I'm telling you, something wrong with Duda. I think we all know that by now, though. And he was just like, no, you ain't got to talk to her because now I got the footage. And then Duda looks at Trig and he's like, oh, so now you Batman now? Now you the one that, you know, you got it all under control. How much you want for it? Trig was like, you know me better than that. Why was Duda so mad? He said, nigga! Not nigga! What the fuck do you want? Trig says, I want you to leave and never come back. He was just like, hey, if I leave, where am I supposed to go? And he was just like, I don't know, you know, far, far away from here, like Jenny's dad on Forrest Gump. I'm thinking to myself, like, you just gonna tell this man to run off? I mean, you trust Duda enough to think that he's gonna stay gone? Like, this is stupid because Duda is a for real problem. He obviously don't care who he kills. He killed your brother. Do you not remember that? So really, you need to be trying to do something a little bit more permanent than just telling him he need to go somewhere, okay? I wouldn't trust that shit. I would need to know that Duda's dead or in jail. Duda was like, yeah, you know, I ain't the best, but I'm all you got. So now Duda does the whole King Kong ain't got shit on me route. You know, I can fuck up you and Imani's shop and Jake at school, and I can make sure this happened and that. All I gotta do is a phone call. And Trig ain't worried about it. Listen, I got the footage, baby. Okay, you one false move and I will make sure that all of this footage is on every single news station that's out there. So leave quietly or it's gonna be on the news. And so when Trig walks out, he's like, oh, and tell Tracy I said, what's up? Okay, Tracy's standing at the window. Her and Duda just had that conversation about, you know, if he was lying to her or not. I was just like, I did have a little giggle off of that dumb scene. But now, of course, Tracy's all upset. You lied to me. You know, what is it with you? Why you can't just ever tell the truth? Why are you so messed up? She tells him that she thought that he loved her. I said, I don't think I've ever heard him say that he loved her. You said that you was falling in love with him, but he didn't say that back to her. So I was just like, girl, you was already head up in the clouds and not making no damn sense anyway. He was just like, you know, when I'm with you, I feel that's the first time that I feel at peace. And she was just like, yeah, me too. Okay. Was I the only one that was getting a little bit of Beyonce when I was looking at her? I don't know if it was the way that the angle and the shadows and the darkness and all that, but I was just like, look at her, looking in, kind of sounding like Beyonce, to tell you the truth. But anyway, she tells him that he needs to leave, you know, because when they release that footage, it's going to be bad. And he was like, look at you. Okay, you love me so much. You still worried about my legacy. And she's like, nigga, this ain't about your legacy. This is about me. Okay, my damn legacy. When they come, you know, after you, then I'm going to be the next one in line. I don't need the IRS sniffing around my damn paperwork. We just got this money for legislation and now you about to fuck it up. Like, no, you need to go. Okay, sis might be in love with you, but she ain't stupid either. I mean, she been stupid, but maybe she done wised up now. So yeah, Duda, you need to go. Where is the man gonna go? And then what even is more dumb is the fact that Duda is so easily told to go. I mean, he been so crazy all this time. What makes him not want to sit and fight still, you know? So I was just like, so now all of a sudden he just going to be like, okay, I'm leaving. He was like, you know, if I leave, I'm sure going to miss you. And she says, I'm sure you will. And she walks out. And Duda ends up hitting the road. Rosalind comes and picks him up. And he gets in the car and she was just like, you know that I'm not always going to be here to help you when you need it. And he was like, yes, you are. oh, he's such an ass. Okay, she was like, well, where are we supposed to be going? And he was just like, just somewhere far away. Now let's jump over to Nina and Dre. So Nina is just like, you know what, Dre, you need to either forgive me or we need to move on because she's tired of feeling like this. And Dre was like, ain't you got your damn nerves? You know, you the one that did wrong. You the one that cheated. And now you coming in here and trying to rush me to get over it? Excuse me? Nina says, I just want to get back to the way we were. And Dre was like, well, shit is different now. It's never going to be the way that it was. So it's just sort of like, oh, well for her. We see Kevin and, the girl, what is her name? The girl that spent the night at the house. Okay, so it's the next morning. All right. And when she wakes up, she realizes that she overslept too. Oh my God, I got to get home. So she jumps up and, Kevin's like, wait a minute, let me walk you out. Let me help you. And, she's like, I don't need no help with my shoe. She just kind of one of them ones, don't need nothing, don't want nothing, extra defensive, and then she grabs her stuff and she opens the door and she walks out. I was like, excuse me, hello, this is not Kevin's house. This is Kevin's mama's house. Why are you just walking out like you gonna go through the front door like everything is okay? I was just like, what in the world is going on? So she go walking out the door and Dre is still sitting there from her conversation that she had with Nina. Nina had left out the room. So Dre was like, excuse me, what is going on here? And Kevin was like, oh, she spent the night because, she didn't, it was some drama, whatever. And she was just like, Kevin, you better be happy that your mama didn't catch you and I did. And he was like, but you're my mom too. And she was just like, Kevin, I love you and everything, but please, let's not go there. Don't be trying to smooth me over, okay? Sugar me down for this. Okay, go on to your damn room. I'll deal with you later. So he leaves out the room and she talks to the girl. And so you guys explained to me that she is actually the sister to old boy who shot Cherry's people when Trig was trying to go over there and help the whole domestic violence situation. Okay, so she lives with her brother and Cherry. And Cherry is the one who was just like, I'm going out and I don't know when I'm being back. And she was saying that Cherry got an attitude with the fact that she's there, of course, because her brother is the one that killed Cherry's people. So she didn't feel comfortable staying there. And Dre was like, yeah, I knew it was going to be some drama behind that. Do anybody know where he is? No, nobody knows where he is. And so now Dre has decided that she's going to try to help the girl. I mean, she kind of knows a little bit more about her personal life anyway. So they go on down to the center. And Dre wants to talk to her for a second, and she just tells her how, she lost her parents when she was young, and she went to live with her grandparents. Her grandparents didn't really get her, didn't understand her lifestyle, the way she looked, the way she dressed, the way she talked, all of that. So she finally just left. She just kind of took care of herself, was sleeping on her friends' couches, pillar to post until she made sure that she was good. And so she kind of sees herself in the little girl. And so she wants to be able to help the girl. And she offers, now look, Nina and Dre is in the midst of a really bad marital problem right now. But she tells the girl that she wants her to come live with her and her family. I was like, so you're not going to talk to Nina about this? I mean, this is... Okay, Dre. The girl was just like, yeah, I'm not your responsibility. You don't have to take care of me, And Dre was like, no, I didn't say that you are, but, if she wants to be able to help her, and this is going to make things a little bit easier for her. I'm thinking to myself, child, I wish my spouse would come home telling me some shit like this when we in the middle of a big ass problem. Later on, Kevin is there. He's helping working the child line. And the girl is in the line. And he gives her the food, and he was like, he was like, you was thinking about me, and she was like, you was thinking about me, you always thinking about me. But if I move in with your family, then we gonna be like brother and sister, because that's the only way that she sees him as a brother, which is not true. But he was just like, what? Like a live-in girlfriend? She was just like, please, I would never be something like that. Kevin is excited with the possibilities, but she hasn't decided yet. Girl, you better go on and live over there. Would you go stay over there with Cherry and all that's going on over there? I don't think so. And then the storyline that's really just getting on our nerves is this whole Tiffany and Dante and Emmett's triangle. Her and Dante are hanging out, and she was just like, what if I left Emmett? And he looked up at her real fast, like, why would you do that? And she was like, so I can be with you, nigga. I mean, we kind of act like a couple now anyway. And he was just like, yeah, no, and that ain't what this is. Okay, she was like, well, what do you think this is? And he was like, we like fuck buddies, that get together and have a good time. I'm the nigga that, you call when your man get on your nerves, you come over here and we hang out. If your little man need a haircut, I'm going to take him. I was just like, girl, this is the relationship that you were ready to put your marriage on the line for? Okay, I mean, does that make sense to you? And she was just like, yeah, that makes sense to me. I was just like, ooh, you are molded. Girl, you thought you was about to be in a relationship with him. This is not relationship material. Not that Emmett has put her in a place where she should feel like Emmett is just like the best person right now. But, I mean, if that's what you want, why don't you just be single? Why are you even with Emmett? Like, okay, and then you could date and just date around and do all of this anyways. But when she goes home and Emmett, he's in the bed and he was just like, Tiff, I can't take it no more. Okay, you're gonna have to make a choice between me and Dante. Well, when she doesn't immediately say like, okay, no, it's just gonna be you and I, because clearly Dante don't look at her the same way that she looks at Dante. I'm thinking to myself like, okay, maybe she don't want to be with Emmett, okay? And that's fine too, but say that. You know that what you want and what Dante wants is two different things, and she still was just sort of like, it's not that easy. She don't know what she want to do and all this, and he was just like, well, I'm moving. Okay, because this ain't what I want for my marriage. I don't want to be in no relationship like this. And I said, thank you, Emmett, because we sick of this shit too. I said, girl, you done lost 2 men in one day. Womp, 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 womp. So, whatever. Emmett can't deal with Tiffany. He goes over to his mom's house, because he's trying to help her clean up. She gets a phone call from the doctor's office, and she's just like, hello? Oh, okay. All right. Yes. Okay. And Emmett is like already bracing himself for another, like some more bad news, because that's all you kind of mode you be in when somebody has cancer and they've been so sick. So when she gets off the phone, he was like, Mom, what'd the doctor say? And she said, well, the doctor said, she kind of in shock, because she says, the doctor said that, her last test results look really good. And if, everything continues the way that it's been, that she's not going to have to get another round of chemo. Like, they look like they might have beat it. And he was just like, what? So he's all excited, like, yes. I was like, oh, I knew they couldn't let nothing happen to Jada. It's been too much bad on this damn show. Let somebody win at least one time, So he's excited. Like, I knew it was that alkaline diet. We about to have a party. We about to celebrate. He on the phone. He about to call everybody. Come on down. We about to have a party. And jumping over to Keisha, we see her and her man, and he's all like, my roommate asked me if you were my girlfriend and I didn't have an answer and I didn't like that feeling. So I wrote you a note. I picked these hand-picked flowers, okay? And he's giving that to her. Okay, now he is very much a cornball and everything, but I still think it's cute. I think that this is what Keisha needs. So the note says, will you be my girlfriend? And it has yes and no. Okay, so she's like, give me a pen, and she marks yes, and they're happy, they're gonna be a couple, whatever. So she thanks him, and he was like, you don't have to thank me. And she was just thank you for making me feel, good again. I was like, oh, so sweet, you guys. Anyway, on to this party. Has everybody there, Darnell and his Bluetooth, and Dre is there. Keisha, her new man, is there. As a matter of fact, Emmett has to fill out Keisha's new man when it's just Emmett and Keisha. He tells her that, he kind of weird, but he's good. And she was like, yeah, he's good to me. And that's pretty much all that she cares right now. Emmett says that's fine, because he always gonna have her back. I said, something tell me that Emmett and damn Keisha gonna probably end up together when it's all said and done. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Lena didn't write that into the storyline some which kind of way next season. Now, I told you guys that Dre and Nina was there as well. So Dre was like, can I talk to you, in the other room? And I was just like, at the party, Dre? I mean, y'all don't need to be talking about y'all marriage shit at this party, but I mean, I guess time is of the essence. So they go in the other room. Well, hell, I'm thinking that they about to talk about their marriage problems or whatever, but no, Dre wants to tell Nina that she wants to move this girl into the house. Okay, I know we having problems, but it's just, we don't have the luxury of waiting on this little girl. She needs our help. And Nina was just like, we have us and our problems. Kevin and his issues. Keisha just had this baby. We got all these people up under this roof that we already barely can feed. And now you talking about bringing another one in? And Dre was just like, yeah, she used to be her and she can see herself in her and she wants to help her and everything. I thought that it was pretty shitty that Dre would spring something like this on Nina, knowing that Nina's defenses are going to be lower because of the fact that she cheated. So it's now sort of like, you owe me. And so you're going to have to do this, even though this might not be the best situation for their relationship. But because everything else is going bad and Nina just wants to do something that's going to make Dre happy again, you know, Nina's like, that's why I love you so much, because you see yourself in everybody. You know, you always want to help everybody. Long story short, Nina's going to tell her that it's okay. All right. And now Dre tells her, you know, I know that we having our problems, but I'm willing to do the work if you are. And Nina says, yeah, she is too. So, okay. As a bonus of this relationship getting back on track, you guys get a full grown 13, 14, 15-year-old girl to come live with you. Ain't that something? Right. So Emmett and Tiffany have a conversation, and she tells him that she's going to close up the marriage again. She said, so you never going to cheat on me again, are you? And he was just like, I'm never going to betray your trust. And she was like, yeah, that's kind of vague. Okay, I need you to say the words, I'm not going to cheat again. Okay, even though never is a you know, a hard word to stick to. Obviously for both of them. How about we just say that we're going to do our best? They both seem to be okay with, we gonna do our best. Jada, she gets up there, she thanks everybody for coming. She has an emotional moment where she talks about, you know, thanking people for being there. Darnell, you know, and his Bluetooth, you know, that was her high school sweetheart, you know, who's been there. She couldn't stand him for a long time, but now he's been back and he's just been great. And then her son, you know, who's been there also. She loves him to death. And of course, Suede, who she didn't realize that she needed the kind of love that he was giving her. So, you know, she's so happy, but let's not cry, you know, let's have a good time. Also at this party, and we still don't understand why, is Iman Shumpert, the guy that Tiffany and, where is Dominique? That child just fell off the side of the earth, didn't she? She couldn't be at the party, but he could. Lena, he tells Tiffany, like, hey, I just, you know, we've been making a killing off of your gummies. And she was just like, oh, you have, you know, like, yeah, of course you would. That's her product. And he was just like, yeah, you know, I like to be real hands-on, you know, flirting with her at the party. And she was just like, oh, well, don't be too handsy and all of this. And I was just like, girl, you're doing all this flirting with this man when Emmett is in the same building, in the same room, and you, I said, Lord, what is going on with Tiffany? Okay, I don't like this whole, he's all sleazy and, you know, when men feel like they can be disrespectful enough to your dude by flirting with you in front of them, like, that kind of makes you seem like you okay with being looked at that way too. So I was just like, oh, Tiffany, you are disappointing me. And sure enough, when they go back home and her and Emmett are in the bed sleep, okay, Emmett must be knocked the fuck out. Like maybe he had a damn gummy, because she gets up, get dressed, put makeup on, everything, and goes and meets Iman Shumpert out on the street and goes and kisses him. And I was like, okay, so Tiffany is for the streets now. Okay, it's too bad we didn't turned her. Okay, the girl just, you know, circumstances and experiences has turned her for the streets. Emmett, get rid of this floozy. I'm sorry, I'm over Tiffany. You can say all you want that Emmett did all of the shit that he want to do to her, and that's the reason why she is the way that she is. But we is grown, and we can all make a decision that we don't need to be with you. You is not the person for me. And if I'm gonna go out and want to be dating and doing all that, then do that shit. This whole sneaking around, and if it ain't working, stop all this. So yeah, I'm over Tiffany. I'm over Tiffany. Then we see Dre and Nina, they go back home. They got the girl and Kevin. You know, Kevin was like, she can't just sleep in my room. No, she can't sleep in your room. Okay, well, you can just pull out this couch and she can sleep there. All right. And, you know, the girls grateful for Nina and Dre for taking them in. So now they've got a new person up under their roof. I said, wait till Keisha get home and see this. Now they be having more shit going on there. And then lastly, we see Papa, and he's on having his podcast and talking about the resiliency of of Chicago. And, you know, we see everybody out on the street having fun playing basketball, jump roping, you know, drill team dance routines. And also during that montage of stuff that was going on, we saw that looks like Rosalind is now going to step in as the mayor. You guys, she had that one eyebrow up and, you know, she was looking real tough. And I was just like, oh, so Duda left her in charge now? This is really stupid, you guys. But like I said, that is y'all's show from here on out. Look, I'm going to just, there you go. I'm done. You guys will have to let me know how it goes next season. All right, you guys, that is it. I am going to get these videos edited and up to you guys. Hopefully I'll get it up. Today is Tuesday, so I'm going to really try. I'm about to get on the road and get back home and then get these edited. And then tomorrow you guys should get Real Housewives of Potomac and Power Book 3. And then on Thursday, you guys should get Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and the Encore. So I'm trying to catch everything up. So just trying to get you guys back figured out what the schedule is. Okay, and then we'll be back on track for Top of the Blogs on Friday. All right, let me get off of here. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Goodbye.